Hey guys, I'm Tristan. Welcome to SteadBuilt Garage. On this channel, we take my bad ideas and make them a reality. To kick off the channel, we're starting off with a budget wakeboard luxury build. The whole idea is to take the cheapest boat I could find, which I did, Facebook Marketplace, searched by cheapest, found this guy, and we're gonna strip it down to a bare canvas and make it as nice and as luxury as anything else that we see out on the water today. In this episode, we're going to be stripping it down and seeing what we're dealing with. Get it all the way down so we have a bare canvas and we can start building it back up. Let me show you what we're dealing with. This is my 1989 Supra. It's got a cabin cuddy, which I think means it's the Bavaria, or I don't know if I'm saying that right. But we bought it this summer and threw it in the water and had a grand old time wakeboarding behind it. But the stringers are pretty shot. It has can tighten the bolts on the motor mounts and they just spin freely. Also, I can see that some of them are working themselves out and the motor's sitting a little funky in it. Also, the upholstery is pretty bad. Engine box, framing, it's all broken and smooth. The whole boat, basic upholstery looks like this. She does have a 454 though, but it's gotta be yanked because those bolts right there basically free spin. Let me show you. Grab my 14 mil wrench. You can see this here. It'll be very little pressure to turn. They all act like that. This one, you can see somebody tried the silicone. You know, so that one is almost out. So it's gonna be a lot of work. All these stringers, everything in here, it's gotta go. This is gonna be definitely more than a one beer job. All right, we're in work mode, so we're not gonna be talking a whole lot. So you're just gonna have to watch us work, time lapse type of thing. Listen to some good music. Grab a drink. You gotta check this out. These seats here are held in with a bolt that's behind here that you can't get through the seats. And the only way to do it is to come in through this hole and reach your hand way over in order to try and hit it.
How are you supposed to get to that?
What kind of design is that, man? Oh, not bad. We're about 20 minutes in. Got the front seat cut out, the back out. Garbage pile's looking like that.
Start on the floor. Here, look. Whipping that up.
Rip that up. So this part is what makes this boat special, is this cabin cuddy. Not a lot of these were made. Most of them were Sun Sports, which actually had a bow rider here. This one came with cabin cuddy. And it's also where the battery is located in this boat. So makes it a little fun to get it out. Battery out. This is the view from inside. Be a cool spot to have a drink, maybe. I don't know. Or get up to, get up to other things in here. After you replace the carpet, maybe. don't know, cool spot anyway. Good spot for ballast. All right, well, we got a little more done, and it's bad, really bad. Looks like it's been been half-ass repaired before. Somebody just put some more solid wood right in the walking path. This area is where the seat was, so you can kind of see that they cut right up to the seat. Just left all the crap underneath it. So, peeling up the fiberglass, and we're about to peel up these panels here now and see what the stringers are looking like. And we'll come back shortly. All right, next update. Well, we got the fiberglass up for the most part. There's still some plywood down here and there. Pulling the foam up, it is wet, very wet. But the bottom of the boat looks real good. So we're doing this side first because it was the worst. That side over there is a little drier. We'll give you an update again shortly. All right, so it is the next morning. This is what she looks like. Left her in a bit of a mess. We had a bit of a fiasco with the shovel. It's not supposed to look like that. So we had to go buy a new one this morning. And it's more just cleanup right now, I guess. Get all this foam out of here and see what we're dealing with. Next update, we got this side cleared out, and now it's starting to get a little interesting because it's the point of no return. Now, so part of what we wanted to do is we really didn't like this corner seat that was here. So on other models like the TS6Ms, they have a seat here that just goes all the way to this point here without the cabin cutting, and then they have just an access through the pillow, or like a backrest. However, on this, it seems to be like it's a little bit wider. That's why you're able to have the cabin cuddy here. So what we're thinking is we want more seating in the boat and something that's also not a bit too awkward here. So when you're sitting here, you kind of have your feet either between the motor or facing this way, and it was just awkward. You can really only fit one person on it anyway, even though the seat was so big. So what we're thinking is we actually want to go from that point there, like on the TSM6s, and come straight across to there with the seat. That'll actually give us a lot more floor space and more seating. So the problem with that is obviously that big fiberglass section's gotta go. So that's why I say it's the point of no return. I'm doing my best to try and do this restoration without taking this whole top cap off. That just seems like a lot of work and you need a crane, and it's not happening. So now I'm thinking I might draw some lines out on this fiberglass, and I guess we'll cut it out, which will make it easier to get to some more ripping and tearing on the floors and the stringers. All right. I'm thinking I want to add some structure in here afterwards, right on this, hard to see on camera, but like this flat section right here. I could probably, I'll back screw a 2x4 going onto it, so something that I can fiberglass to, you know what I mean? So we got to be selective with what we cut here. Adjust this a little bit so you can see to there. There we go. Let's redo that. Yeah, so I want to keep a little bit of structure, so when I mount a 2x4, it kind of meets up over there. So I also want to keep some structure here. Anytime you go around a corner or something, it gives it added strength. So take maybe the seat line of where things were. Maybe we'll go a little bit lower. I know there's gonna be people that are mad at me for cutting up an old vintage ski boat like this, but I like customizing stuff and making it my own and building it for my intended purpose. And my intended purpose is I want more people in the boat, so here we are cutting. It's also gonna make it easier to get to the stringers, so let's just go with that argument for now. I'm wondering if I should leave more. Maybe we should check how deep this console goes first, eh? I gotta get my beer out of the way. So, and maybe we should leave some more there. Go. That's better.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Alright, now dark. Still working on this thing. I did not think taking this foam out would take this long, but it is. It is what it is though, it's gotta be done. That's underneath, that's after cutting. It's all very rotten. All gotta come out. I don't really want to cut any more tonight, so I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna work on taking that apart. Mostly just nuts and bolts, and then tomorrow I guess we're gonna get back to the cutting and get itchy all over again.
You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine. I'm always.
Well, this is as far as I think we're gonna get tonight. I'm gonna come back in the morning and take a picture just to make sure it all goes back together properly. I just want the daylight for that. I'm really hoping we'll gotta cut this out in order to get that tank out. I guess we'll find out in the morning, won't we? Alright guys, well, tomorrow's another day. Well, morning is day 3, tearing stuff out of the boat. We're gonna get this fuel tank out of here. And then we're gonna start cutting stringers apart. Here we go. Okay, so upon further investigation, this tank is not coming out without taking this panel out. We tried turning it, tried every which way. It's just not happening. So unfortunately, we gotta cut more fiberglass. So it is what it is. Well, it's time to start cutting stringers.
So you notice too, sneaking looks up and down from across the room. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap.
Alright, well, we're going to pressure wash the hull inside now because it's full of oil, and so if we do any kind of proper sanding in there, it'll just sand the grease into it, at least so I'm told. Well, I have some degreaser sitting in here, and so hopefully it comes up decently well.
Can't wait, a first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I.
Alright, this is what it looks like after she's done being pressure washed. It's a little cleaner, brighter. I tried to pressure wash as much of the foam off as I could, but it's like stuck on there so hard. Using the finest bit and still not coming off. But it does look a heck of a lot better. But now I'm wet. So I need to go remedy that situation because as you can see, it's now snowing. Well, good morning. It is day, look at my hair, holy crap. That's bad. Good morning, well it's day 5 or 6 now, lose the track. It's raining in the Okanagan here. So we got the tarp strung over today. I just tiger torched the inside of the boat to try and dry it up a little bit. Seemed to work. A little bit sketchy, but it worked. And we're gonna start grinding down some of where the old stringers were, some of the old glue that was there. And so we'll take you along for that. This is my setup I got going on here. I got it, the tarp propped up in all kinds of different ways. The shovel holding that end up, and then obviously the tower working pretty good, staying relatively dry now that it's, well, I tiger torched it. A little bit sketchy with that fuel line right there, but it worked out. I did take the tarp off in order to tiger torch it just so we had a bit of airflow so it wasn't too fumy, and it worked pretty good. A little wet there still. We're gonna dry that off with the cloth before we'll start grinding, but I'll set you guys up on the tripod and put you on a time lapse and you can come along. Hook my respirator out. Got the deal, I guess.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail. So depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. Inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst.
That was a lot of work. Substantially more work than I was expecting. Things I learned. Fiberglass sucks. Little in over my head. We're not gonna tell my wife that though, because I don't want her to say I told you so. Yeah, we're having a good time. Anyway, learning a lot. The boat has it's very flimsy now, like the sides wobble back and forth quite a bit now that all the structure is gone out of it. So I think we got to be a little careful climbing in and out of it. I definitely see the value in taking the whole top cap off, but again, don't have access to a crane. If I did, I would pull the motor and the top half. Also kind of don't want to do it, it's a lot of work. So I'll just struggle and work harder around it. But that's it for now. Next episode, we're gonna see what we can do to leave this engine in place and get those stringers out at the same time.